back to my channel. What are we doing today? Today we are doing our walkthrough for our September challenge. We did 4 prompts, 4 drawings for September. 3 of those drawings you would have seen on camera. So today we're looking at all of them. I did the last one off camera because, well, you know, one of the things I enjoyed about this drawing is it really made me go back in, well, not go back, but to really appreciate mixed media. I did these with Copic markers and Prismacolor colored pencils. And so I've been really using a lot of, and if you've visited me on my live streams, you would have seen that, that we have really done mixed media art. You guys really have to join me live, because when I do go live, I do stuff that I don't normally do for videos, and it allows me to practice these stuff, and I get to show you guys techniques that you would not necessarily see when I do videos. Anyway, shameless plug. Let me push this down a little further so you can see what I'm working with here. And the first prompt that we had for the month of September, for our September challenge. Now, if you didn't know, for the month of September, what I did was that I took events within the month of September from my country and turned those into prompts. And the 4 events that I focused on was the Carnival, the 10th of September, Independence Day, and the Queen of the Bay. Those were the 4 events that I focused on. Of course, there were other events that goes on in September, like the Belican Fest, like the Expo, but I wanted to focus on those ones instead. So, and the month of September, if you guys don't know, is like a huge month in my country. It's when we celebrate our how could I say it? When we celebrate, when we the reason why we're the only English speaking country in Central America, that's the 10th of September. We celebrate our independence in September. We celebrate the carnival in September. And so basically the entire country celebrates for an entire month, from the 1st of September to like the 21st of September. Almost an entire month the country celebrates. So it's a huge month in Belize. And celebrate means it's like a party from the 1st of September to the 21st of September. Constant party. And then of course you have concerts that comes, and it's just a huge thing in September for Belize. So anyway, let me quit my blabbering and get into this walkthrough. Okay, so first I am starting with the carnival. Now the carnival is usually the first weekend in September. Well, the first weekend in September, the first full weekend in September. And here it is. I choose to depict a carnival dancer displaying her costume. And this is not typical. Normally with the carnivals here in the country of Belize, they usually have a theme. It celebrates the life, the culture, the ethnicity. It celebrates the food. It celebrates the diversity, the nature of Belize. And so it's very colorful. It's very bright. It's very beautiful. It's like one of the few times in the year in this country where creativity, art creativity, and sewing and all these amazing creativity are on display. It's a very beautiful event. My next one is the Battle of St. George's Key. And now for this, I chose to depict the battle. Now the Battle of St. George's Key was one of the last major battles between the British settlers that was here in the British Honduran coast, which Belize was called at the time, and the Spaniards from the north, which were in Mexico. It was the last final battle, major battle, because there were like little battles before that and little raids, but this was the last one between the British settlers and the Spanish regalia. And it was basically between the British settlers, who are Caucasian, and their slaves, who are from Africa. And they fought off the Spanish regalia from Mexico, and they were able to claim this little piece of Central America as their own, hence the name British Honduras. And it's called the Battle of St. George's Key because it happened on St. George's Key, which was named after King George. not St. George, King George. And that was the first capital of Belize, St. George's Key. It's no longer the capital. It was the first capital. Belize went through three capitals: St. George's Key, Belize City, and now the current capital is Belmopan. So it's now an island. So yeah, it's a little island out in the sea, and that's where the battle took place. And I choose to depict a little portion of that. The next event I chose to depict was the Queen of the Bay. And what I liked about this is I actually got inspired by one of the past queens. This was one of her coronation. Now, this generally happens on the 10th day of September. Within Belize City, they have the coronation of the Queen of the Bay, and it's basically, again, to celebrate the Battle of St. George's Key. One amazing young Belizean woman is chosen to depict this very historic and very treasured event in our country's history, and we call it the Queen of the Bay. And here she is. The inspiration for this, I used several different pictures for this, but one of the main inspiration was one of the past queens, which was Jewel Jones, and I just loved how she looked in her seating, and so she inspired this from me. I'm not sure if it looked like her, but it's not to look like her, but you know, because I use several, like I said, when I do my references, I look at several different pictures. It could be up to 20 different pictures, a little piece here, a little piece there. But she was one of the ones I looked at the most to kind of inspired this piece, and I really enjoyed it. How she sat, how her gown was, and it is so beautiful. One of the things I found interesting about this piece, about the Queen of the Bay, was that the red of the Queen of the Bay, sorry, matches the red from the British soldiers. So I'm wondering if that's an homage to our British heritage. And the last one, the one that you guys didn't get to see, is our Independence Day. And here it is. And how I choose to depict this was, let me see if I could bring you guys out a bit. How I choose to depict this was to show a British soldier, again with that red, awesome red, and a Belizean soldier. And I didn't talk about this much, you know, when I was talking about these this prompt, but I remembered this because I was born, I think I was there the day the British Honduran flag came down and the Belizean flag went up. I was about 4 at that time. That was I'm aging myself, guys. That was in 1981 when we gained our independence. So yeah, and I think I was out there that night, and I remember seeing this event. And so this is how our British now, our Belizean soldiers typically dress, especially when they're at a ceremony. And the British soldiers don't dress like this, but I do remember the bagpipes at the event at the Memorial Park. So I did remember that. And so I wanted to depict that. And we depict the British Honduran flag coming down, and I depict the Belizean flag waving high. So yeah. Those are my 4 prompts for the month of September. 4 prompts for the month of September depicting 4 events in September. You guys could take up the challenge if you like. Pick events that are in your country's history and pick events that are in your country's history and see how you can depict them in your art style and have fun with it. I enjoyed doing this. This was a lot of fun for me. I learned a lot. I learned to appreciate mixed media more. You notice I'm doing more mixed media, so it's been awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Happy September celebration, people.